was at music college about nearly 30 years ago, which is pretty scary, we looked at canons, and I thought I would try and write a black metal canon, which is what you've just seen. So if you don't know what a canon is a piece of music that repeats, and it can either repeat in reverse or it can repeat at a different timing. So an example would be London's Burning. So with that theme, you can start the same song and the same exact pattern of notes, but in a different place, and it creates a harmony. So let me show you by using the looper. So that's just an example of playing the same thing, but just starting at a different spot creates an awesome sounding melody, or harmony should I say. So what I did was I created some riffs, and I created them in a way that if I played them backwards, they would create a harmony. So for example, riff 1. Got that little sequence of dyads, 2-note chords. So I've got a G and a B flat, an F and an a D and an F, and an E flat and a G. So if we play that in reverse, so the first note, E flat and G, and here we've got G and B flat. So E flat, B flat and G will give us that chord there, which is just an E flat major chord. Okay, so the second two notes that I used were here, which is an F and an A, and if I play that in reverse, we have a D and an F. So we've got an F and an A and a D. And that gives us a D minor. The third note in here was if I was coming down, so the third note down, I've got the D and the F here, but if I'm playing it in reverse, I've got the F and the A, which gives me exactly the same as the previous chord, but one guitar has swapped with the other. And the final two notes, if I come back up here, so I've got the F and the A, the E flat and the G here, but the guitar that's playing in reverse is now up here with the G and the B flat, so we've got that E flat chord again. That's the first riff. The second riff was very similar, I'm just using slightly different intervals. Then on to the next riff, I played this. So that is just a single note riff, obviously. Now you'll notice that it's mainly based around a G flat chord. So we've got G, D, G, B flat, G, D, all of those notes are in a G minor arpeggio. Okay, then we come to an A, which is a 9 in a G minor arpeggio. Then we've got the F. Now if you have the F and the A together, they sound really good. And then back down to the D here. So So the only two notes that aren't in a G minor arpeggio are the A and the F, and they both will also work over the D, because if you've got a D, an F and an A, you've got a D minor arpeggio, okay? So there are those three notes. So all I've done there is I've started that second riff, but instead of starting it on the G, as the first guitar does, I'm just starting on the D. And then this low G here becomes the last note of the riff instead of the first note of the riff, because instead of playing, I'm playing. So that becomes the last note in the riff. So that's just a basic explanation of how I created those riffs and what a canon is and how a canon works. So you can do a canon, as I say, where you are playing the reverse, or you can do a canon where one guitar starts at one, or one instrument starts at one place and the other instrument plays the same thing but just starts at a different place. So I hope you enjoyed that video. Make sure you check out my black metal guitar course. I'll put a link in the description. If you like this music, you can download it. I'll put a link in the description, and also I'll put the tabs there. So if you want to learn it, you've got the tabs. And the drums that I used were Riot Drums 2, and I'll put a link in the description to where you can get those. See you later.